never last, but tough people do. This quote of Dr. Robert Schuller, the American author, has great significance in this time. We have Mr. Anto Michael with us, the guest speaker for today. Mr. Michael is a psychologist and an internationally certified trainer. He is the founder of St. Diphnah's Self-Improvement Hub, a center for psychological training, counseling, and personality development. He is the facilitator of various psychological models and tools, such as Enneagram, Ho'oponopono, micro-resilience, Nuchi, psychogeometrics, mood therapy, REBT, CBT, NUV, and many more. No doubt, this session will mold us to become tough people to overcome this tough time. I welcome Mr. Anto Michael for this session. Thank you.
At the outset, from the bottom of my heart, I thank Mr. Shefeequ Rehman, Faculty Advisor to the Student Mentoring Committee and the Coordinator, Department of Business Administration, AMU Malappuram. I felicitate the entire team for initiating this noble, august venture. And I thank the entire team for giving me a blessed opportunity to address the talented angels of AMU. Let me commence my talk with a simple query. What is your feeling during this lockdown period? What's your feeling? I know a lion's share of you will respond. Stressed. Yeah, the whole world is stressed. So let me share some of my views about this word, stressed. If you are kind enough to take a piece of paper and write the word stressed, STRESSED, you will be able to see a strange thing. If you read the word forward, it will be stressed. If you read the same word backward, it will become, deserts. Stressed, when read backwards, will become deserts. That's quite interesting. That might be the reason that tempted the famous psychologist John Miller to comment like this: stress is a choice. Whenever I, Anto Michael, am in stress, I will think about this sentence: stress is a choice. If I am stressed, that means that I have chosen stressful thoughts. I have the choice to pick up tranquil thoughts also. Recently, I perused a WhatsApp message. A teacher in 2045 is taking the attendance of the students. The teacher is reading the attendance register. Quarantine, Coronisha, sanitizer, masky. See, I laughed and I thought, even the phenomenon COVID-19 can make us laugh if you think accordingly. Stress is a choice. Actually, the external circumstances do not make us stressed. Actually, the thoughts inside us give us stress. May I tell you a story? Once a foreigner paid a visit to India in connection with his academic pursuits. He was given a room to stay in From the very first day onwards, he started hating India. He didn't like the climate of India. He didn't like the people of India. He didn't like the food of India. Everything was irritation for him. And the most horrible irritation was a tiny creature called gecko. You might have seen gecko, a lizard. So no sooner did he see this gecko on the wall, he screamed. He took a stick and tried to kill it. But the poor gecko, out of fear, hid himself behind a cupboard. This foreigner was too proud to ask anyone else for help also. He cursed the moment when he took the decision to come to India. He brooded and brooded and brooded. What should be done? Suddenly, a thought flashed through his mind. A quite interesting thought. Actually, it was very difficult for him to apply the thought in his life. But when he started applying it in his life, his whole life changed. Do you know what it is? He began to like this lizard gecko. He gave him a name, Raju. Whenever he entered the room, he called Raju. He started sharing his happiness with Raju. He started sharing his agonies with Raju. He talked to the creature. He started liking him. He tried his level best to find out the positive aspects in the gecko. Yeah, he found it out. Because of this gecko, he was free from mosquitoes in the room. See, change happened. Stress was choice for him. He chose those thoughts that made him peaceful. My dear talented angels of AMU, always remember the famous formula formulated by the famous psychologist Robert Rensick. E plus R is equal to O. E plus R is equal to O. E stands for event, R stands for response, O stands for outcome. We can live our lives in two ways. First one, we can blame the events and go on living. Second one, the events will be there. We can change our response to the events. I will cite an example for you. In 1984, California was devastated by an earthquake. The roads in California were infested with terrible traffic blocks. One day, a team of journalists from BBC interviewed the travelers caught in traffic block. They asked one driver, "How do you respond to this traffic block?" He said, "I hate this California. Years ago there was flood, then there came fire, and now this is a turn of earthquake. I'm going to leave this cursed place." See his response? He cursed the event. He blamed the event. The journalists interviewed another traveler. They asked, "Brother, how do you respond to this traffic block?" He said with a smile, "I knew that this would be the result of this road. So I have taken coffee, cappuccino in my flask. I have even taken some sandwich and salad for my lunch. I am studying Spanish language, so I have taken some books on Spanish language. Yeah, I have some Boniem cassettes with me. Do you know one thing? I had a beloved, I had a love affair. If this traffic block goes on, I will talk to her. See the response of the second traveler. He didn't complain about the event. On the other hand, he changed his response to the event and he was happy. So stress is choice. My dear angels of AMU, I'm going to wind up my talk. Thank you very much for giving me your ears. But never forget, always remember these two things. Stress is a choice. You have the choice to choose thoughts. And the formula, always remember, E plus R is equal to O. We should not blame the event. We should change the response. Life should become deserts for you, not stressed. Write the word backwards. Thank you very much. Anto Michael.